This is Project Quebec. We're about controlling devices in your home. The hardware for this project has existed for years, so we're not going to focus on that in this talk. Our project is about the software and how you interface with those devices. At the moment, when you want to talk to your devices, you typically have an ID, something like C12. And then you give it a command like on or off, or something more complicated than that. What we want to do is give users the possibility of naming their devices, simple names for commands, user interface, graphical, and they can send the commands through that. We've gone for a web-based system, and, well, this is how you send a command to a device on our system. Okay, direct device control. You've entered the list of your devices. You've got a filter box there. If you type in there, you get only the devices with that in the name. It's pretty obvious. It lets you find the device you want very quickly. If you go on edit a device, you edit its state by clicking a command name, which is preset from a list. Okay, sending a command to one device. That's maybe slightly useful. It's useful to people who have impaired mobility. It's useful, I don't know, if you have left the house and you've left something on. What's more useful is if you have a group of devices. Say you have all the lights in your house. You're going out, you turn all the lights off. That's simple. You add these devices to a group, you can search in exactly the same way and send commands in exactly the same way. So next, you might want to create an event. You can do this through a simple interface. It fits on a phone screen. It's quite a big phone screen here, but a phone screen. And basically, you can either choose a time-based event, or you can choose a sensor-based event. Time-based event, choose a day, well, you choose the days to recur, and you choose the time you want the event to happen at. You choose the device or device group, and you choose the action. That's 4 things. If you want a sensor-based event, you pick a sensor, you pick a threshold value, and then an operator such as greater than or less than. An example usage of this, you might want to turn your heating off at night. You might want to turn back on if your temperature gets below a certain level. You can do that automatically with this system. If you tried to program something like a central heating system, you know that you have to kind of lean into your little cupboard and you've got a little box on the wall. You don't have to do this with this system. You sit at your computer, you click the options you want, and that's it. It's that simple. So that's great, you've got all these rules, but how are you going to know when things are happening in your house? You have a log of things that have happened, whether they succeeded, whether they failed. It's color-coded. Also, have a schedule. These are time-based events that are coming up. Obviously, we can't know what's going to happen based on sensors in the future. There is an option to see the sensor information that's coming in so that you can predict yourself whether an event is going to happen. Okay, so system deployment. In the actual house of the user, there will need to be the hardware, obviously. They need the hardware to communicate across the network and translate the commands we send into the relevant commands for their devices. The layer that communicates with the actual devices is just a plugin. So, you can have plugins. You can use basically any input and any output that you can program to respond to a 2-part command that identifies the device and identifies the data to send to the device. This is useful because our first users are most likely to be the technically minded people, and they want to add information. So they might want to use Google Latitude as an input, set an event when they're within a certain distance of their house. They might want to send a text as an output. That's all possible if you can write a simple module that converts between the command types. So why is it useful? Well, it's simple. I gave the example about heating. That is one of the particular use cases we've tailored towards because it's very awkward to do. Energy saving, it's simple to turn devices off. It means people are more likely to do it. You can turn them off on a schedule, and you don't have to leave things on just because you might come back later and you want your house to be warm or to be able to find a keyhole. You have peace of mind. If you leave your house, you leave a light on, you get to work and you think, right, I'll turn the light off. John's website, nice and secure, no one else can control your things, secure sockets. Yeah, thanks for listening.